In this tutorial, we're going to be going over LeetCode 1979, find greatest common divisor of array. Now, this question is asking, given an integer array nums, return the greatest common divisor of the smallest number and largest number in nums. Now, the greatest common divisor of two numbers is the largest positive integer that evenly divides both numbers. You can see here, given nums 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, we're getting output 2. The explanation is given here, and I'm going to re-explain it when we go to define the function. We can come over to the coding section, and we're going to start off by defining a function of our own that we're then going to pass through. In this case, we're going to define this the GCD function, and I'm going to show you how to define it recursively. So what we can do is we could do GCD and then a tuple of A and B, and we're going to do a colon. Now here we're going to have this return A if B equals 0, else GCD, so we're going to call the function again, B, comma, A mod B. Now, using this example here, we can see that this is saying the smallest number in nums is 2, the largest number is 10, the greatest common divisor of 2 and 10 is 2. Imagine our first value is 10 and our second value is 2. At first, it's going to call and it's going to say b is equal to 2, not 0, so it's going to run our function again, but it's going to swap the order and give us the return of this function here. Now, for example, this would be now 2, this would be 0. When it goes back to call the function once again, this will be 2, this will be 0. b will equal 0, so the function will end. What makes it recursive is that say b wasn't 0 for a third time, it would then keep running the function until b was eventually 0. Now, I hope some of the visuals on screen helped with the explanation, but it is really a hard thing to grasp at first, especially if you've never worked with recursion, but it can be very useful with other problems, especially in number theory. Now, I'll come down and I'll define the actual return function. So we're going to do return GCD, and since it's asking for the minimum, we're going to do min nums max nums. And we could run it. We can see here our first test case was accepted, our second test case, and our third test case. Now we can submit. And you can see here that our answer beats 100% in terms of runtime and 16% in terms of memory. Now that's how you can do LeetCode 1979, find the greatest common divisor of array. Feel free to leave any questions or comments down below, and I hope that helps.